This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be
Sorry,
recorded.
Sampath, I also clicked on it, so it stopped. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. I'm trying to change my career focus. So I'm trying to get into IT field and everything like that. So I've been taking some courses, some classes and everything, but I've not really had IT work experience or technical experience. But I'm kind of familiar with using some tools and everything like that. So
So in your current job profile, you're not, as in you're not from IT background, you do have job experience, but not in a IT side. Can I say that way?
yeah, oh yes, I'm actually currently working as I'm working from home right now. Yes, I have work experience.
Okay. Okay. So how you came across ServiceNow? Like what idea you have about the tool?
Okay, so while I was, because I am actually in one of the groups with IT where they share their experience, so somebody posted about ServiceNow, and I've actually been to like a training before where they use ServiceNow as their ticketing tool and everything. So I've kind of been in the environment where it's being used. And I feel like it's something that I'm more like an administrative person, so then when somebody now posted, so there was a time ServiceNow was offering like training and then you get a voucher and everything.
Yeah,
So I took that training as well, and I did the instance, the what's it called, the assessment, and I was able to do it. I just followed what I did it with some other person too that took the same training, so we did it together and everything. But I just feel like it's a tool that I'm very interested in, and I started asking for information on how I can get like a live person that can also train me.
so you have
So
done the admin certification, like the voucher which you got and all those stuff. So you have written that admin.
no, I still have it. So that's why I'm trying to get more
Mm.
deeper understanding and before I take the exam and also get a job.
Okay. Okay. So can you tell me one thing over here in this case, that when you went through the admin overview, what idea you got? Like the simplest definition which you can make it for me. What is service now? What do you understand?
Okay, so basically I know ServiceNow is basically for managing and resolving tasks,
Uh-huh.
and it cut across all business line,
Uh-huh.
at least I'll say most business line, because you can it's a way to automate resolution of task, and just to make it more organized, and especially the repeated processes, it's easier to, when you use service now, it makes your life easier and get things done fast. I don't know if
Yeah,
that answers your question.
it does. It does. Okay, so just to reiterate, I would say, can I make a statement over here saying at any particular point in time, employees of a company use ServiceNow for raising tickets? In a
Mm-hmm.
company, when people want to interact with each other on a technical ground, they raise tickets within the ServiceNow. Like, for example, let's say, suppose I'm a new joinee and I need a laptop from the company. So in
Mm-hmm.
that case, I'll raise a ticket in ServiceNow. I'll say, okay, so and so product I'm eligible for, I need the product. So that the same ticket number technician will pick up, start working on it, and then obviously do the processing and deliver the product to me, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So this can be one part of it, where if you need some new offering, if you need some new device, then you are making a purchase, then you are making a request of it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, that ServiceNow tool or any similar kind of tool can also be used. Let's say I'm already holding a product of the company. Suppose I am already having my laptop, my corporate laptop, and today it's not working.
Mm.
Obviously, in that case, I'm not going to get it fixed, correct?
Yeah.
It's not my job. I just have to go to the technical tech central and ask them to look over and give me the correct fix of it.
Mm.
So overall, what ServiceNow is saying, that overall it is saying, okay, whenever you need any kind of technical interaction within the organization, no need to directly walk onto the person and seek help. Rather, create a ticket
Mm,
first into the tool and then take the help.
right. Okay.
Why? Why do we need to do so? Because obviously, in that case, if you are working on a ticket level, interaction between the people become easy, obviously, and
Mm-hmm.
also for technical guide becomes easy for him to justify his level of effort,
Mm, okay.
that what he's doing, what exactly he's working upon, and stuffs like that. Agree?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why at any particular point in time, what we want to do over here in this case is whenever we are doing the configuration over here through ServiceNow, we are automating the technical interaction which the employees are doing in house in a company.
Okay. So technical interaction is the key word.
I can say it that way. Yeah. So the simplest term will be ServiceNow is nothing but it is a ticketing tool.
Mm,
So when you're talking to layman, let's say if I'm going for a interview and over there, if it's a HR kind of nothing technical as such. So the simplest definition I can make it over there is ServiceNow as a ticketing tool. People
ticket.
are going to raise tickets over there into that tool.
Mm,
The scope of the ticket can be different. As I told you, one scope can be if I need a something new. Another scope can be when I'm already holding, but that product is now not functioning as desired.
mm,
So these can be some of the sample. Obviously, the scope of service now is far wider than these. But to start with, but to give you a basic idea with, obviously this can be my starting keywords, the entry point keywords. I can say it that way.
okay.
So far, it is making sense.
Yes.
Okay, now proceeding further. The next thing which I want to know is, do you have any idea of similar kind of any tool? Like, have you heard about any tool which is having similar approach?
Personally, no. I'm not gonna lie. No, I haven't but I've been in an environment where it's being used. But it's different um when someone is using it and I see it every time. It's different from when I personally use it every time. So
That does make sense.
yeah.
Okay, so just to make a statement over here, just to get you with the pace of it, with the usage of it. So with similar with this concept of ServiceNow, that is the ticketing tool concept, actually was not introduced by ServiceNow.
Mm,
There were already prior tools into the market with the same designing, with the same approach.
mm, okay.
Just to mention some of it, because obviously when you go to the interview, obviously they are expecting it to you for you to have a little bit overview of it. But obviously you don't need to know the other tools, yeah, but you do need to know the competitors anytime, correct? So some of the major competitors of ServiceNow are IBM. Company's product name was IBM Tivoli. HP company's
IBM.
product, IBM Tivoli, Tivoli, Tivoli.
Oh, okay. IBM development.
Uh-huh. The other one was HP's HP Service Manager, HPSM, the tool name was.
Okay. HP Service Manager.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The third one was the most important competitor of ServiceNow. The product and the tool owners, the company owning the tool, both their name was Remedy.
Remedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you'll see any of these tools, if you get chance to look over, work upon any of these tools, if you'll see these tools are also offering us similar kind of application scopes.
Mm, okay.
In these tools also we have the same kind of designing, same kind of approaches in there.
Okay.
Okay. So when I'm
Yes.
saying okay, they are similar, what we need to now understand is that okay, why ServiceNow then? Like if you see the history of these three prior tools, their history goes quite beyond ServiceNow. They are quite older in comparison to ServiceNow. So obviously, then why people move to ServiceNow? Correct.
Mm-hmm.
The answer to that is obviously now when tools were there, when organizations were already using these prior tools, for them to move to ServiceNow, the tool had to offer something extra, some feature, some functionality which was not there in the prior tool. Only then the people will move towards it. Do you agree? Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So what we are doing over here in this case is ServiceNow says that at any particular point in time, if you talk about ServiceNow in specific, ServiceNow works as a software as a service. What does that mean? Let me note it down actually. One second, I'm stopping the sharing. I just need to open a notepad.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second.
No problem. This is being recorded, right?
Yeah, it is. We'll be sharing the recording.
Okay. Because
Okay.
so that I can go over it even after.
Yeah. We will be sharing the recording with you on a regular interval so that you can brush up if and when required for you.
Okay.
So product, actually you purchase a product in either of the two way. One approach is called PaaS, another approach is called SaaS. This one stands for platform.
Platform as service.
Okay, you know that, that's perfect. So this is called platform as a service, and this one is called
Software.
what? Yeah.
Software as a
Okay,
service.
so do you know the difference between these as well? Any idea on that?
Um, I believe the platform is like I'm always confused, but I know software as a service is like giving you, it's like you're using the email, like email, Gmail, because
Right.
all you need is your login details. You don't care about everything else, but all you need is your login and everything, and then you can use it anywhere. And platform is like giving you giving you the I'm trying to look for an example. Uh, I mean, you can go ahead. I can't think of anything right
I,
now.
I can understand, but anyway, whatever you said was all perfect, all good. That is, the first one over here is platform as a service. I'll give you an example of that. Let's say, suppose I went into the market and I purchased a library management tool. Let's say, so if you are purchasing the tool as a platform as a service, means the day I purchase the tool, now I am owning each and every aspect of that tool, the database of the tool, the server of the tool, each and every aspect of those is now in my scope.
Okay.
Okay, that is
Mhm.
called your platform as a service. The entire platform is now getting owned by the company which is purchased that product.
Okay.
So in this case, you are owning the tool UI, obviously, the server, as well as the database. If you're using the tool as a software as a service, in this one, the best example can be the example which you gave was all perfect. Your YouTube, your Gmail, in these, we just have to register ourselves, but the backend of the tool, the database and server are still being owned by the parent company.
Oh, okay.
Do you
So the
agree?
Gmail is an example of pass.
No, software as a service. No. Okay, I'm confusing. This I'm writing it here for software as a service. So
Okay,
YouTube,
that's what.
Gmail are software as a service because there we are just typing the URL and we are accessing the tool. Obviously, you're
Hmm.
creating your account there, but DB and server prerequisite, DB and server maintenance, we are not owning it.
Okay.
Correct? So that's why these two are example of software as a service.
Okay.
ServiceNow is also an example of software as a service. And if you talk about any prior tools, like your Remedy, the competitors which I talked about, your HPSM, all these were actually designed as a platform as a service. What does that mean? So when companies were using Remedy, let's say I take that as example here. When companies were using Remedy, the day company had signed the contract and got the Remedy URL, now the company had to own the database and the server of the tool as well. So if suppose my company is using Remedy, how many minimum different type of resources my company will have to hire? In this case, my company will have to hire UI expert of Remedy, correct? Person who knows the tool level, who knows UI of Remedy, who understands the Remedy as a tool so that they can do the configuration there. We'll also have to hire DB experts who are SQL experts actually. Also the server expert. When I say server expert, means the people who can work on the server part of it, the Unix command and all those stuff, who know when server needs to be expanded, server needs to be reduced, and all the server restart, stopping, all those kind of stuff. Means in any tool getting used as a platform as a service, minimum of these three different type of resources we are going to hire.
Okay.
Do you agree? Does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm using this one, if I'm using the approach as a software service, in this I only need the people to know or understand the UI of the tool. Like people like us, we only need to do the changes, configuration from the tool UI itself. The tool understanding obviously we should have, but we are not required to be knowing the DB command, the server commands, because we are not even exposed to that layer.
Okay.
Making sense here?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why at any particular point in time, what happens is, that's why at any particular point in time, your software service is having lesser overhead for the company. Whenever we are using a tool as a software as a service, it will provide less overhead on the organization, on the company.
Yeah, I don't know.
Number of resources wise, I'm talking about right now. Because in this case, as I told you, three different type of minimum three resources you have to hire. One who knows Remedy as a tool, one who knows SQL command, one who knows Unix command. In this one, because database and server are not exposed in this one, we only need people who can design the UI, and we are done up with.
Okay.
So means overall overhead in using, from the company aspect I'm talking about, overall the overhead on using over here in this case the tool as a software as a service is always a better process.
Okay. Yeah.
Make sense? Relate till here?
Yes, makes sense.
Okay. So now when I'm saying so that, okay, this tool is what, now when I'm saying that ServiceNow is working as software as a service, obviously the expense on the company reduces. The company has to get lesser resource, expense on the company reduces. So obviously the company is saving finance over there. The companies are more happy to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Correct now? The next question which you may have over here in this case is that, okay, in this particular case, who is owning up the database and the server? So that will always be owned by ServiceNow parent company.
Okay.
The
Which is what's a ServiceNow parent company?
I mean ServiceNow.
Oh,
ServiceNow, the
okay.
company's name itself is ServiceNow. So I'm saying over here in this case, let's say we are working for ABC company.
Mm-hmm.
So ABC Corp, let's say, is now using ServiceNow. So in this case, the ABC Corp signs a contract with ServiceNow. It gets the tool, ServiceNow tool, it gets it the URL of ServiceNow. So we as a developers, me and you, we will be working on the tool to configure, to make the look and feel better, to create tables, to do scripting and stuffs like that. But only from the tool level perspective, we'll be doing the design change. Any server and database level changes we will not be working upon. For that, company will always be approaching ServiceNow.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when I'm saying that, okay, ServiceNow is going to be used as a software service, we know financial saving is there and whatnot. Now, before proceeding further, what can you think about any of these ticketing tools? Do they provide profit?
I know for sure they reduce
Financial
costs.
profit. Mhm.
I mean, I know they reduce costs, and if it reduces costs, indirectly it brings profits, if I can say that.
So actually what happens over here in this case is whenever we are doing the configuration over here, so as I did the comparison over here, as I showed it to you, the prior tools, if I compare with that, yeah, it does reduce the cost. But who is using the tool? People are using the tool for their internal tracking and internal communication. If
Mm-hmm.
me and you, we are working for the same company, we are interacting each other via the ticketing tool. Customers of my ABC company, they are not going to use ServiceNow. Only the in-house employees of the company and the concerned technician who will do, maybe hardware installation of software and stuffs like that. Only such kind of people are, communicating via these kind of tools.
Mm.
So overall, we are not generating any revenue from that.
Okay.
Obviously, because we are not generating revenue, we will always prefer how much max the cost cutting which we can do.
Okay.
Right? So that's why what we are doing it over here in this case. That's why we are saying, okay, always we should go for what? Always we should go ahead with the software as a service approach, because in that case the cost is getting saved more.
Mm-hmm.
Good so far?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now let's proceed further. So the next configuration which we want to do over here in this case is what? The next setup, the next configuration which we want to understand over here in this case is what are the primary key applications of the tool. Correct? So any example on that? Any idea? You told you have used the tool. So any example on that? So you see, can you help me with some example over there?
Um. You said. Can you repeat the question? Sorry, I'm actually.
Okay. Okay. So my question over here in this case is, at any particular point in time, when I say that we are using ServiceNow, what are the key applications which we are using in ServiceNow? Have you, you told you have used the tool as a customer or something like that, correct?
I mean, not really like that, but I was just I've gone over the training a little bit, and I know are you referring to like
Like, see it this way. So one, I told you we are using the tool when we need a new offering. Then I told you when something is not working as desired for me, even then I'll be using the tool, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But do you agree a tool's scope should not be limited only to these key applications? Because if you'll see the charges of ServiceNow are quite higher, are on the higher side. So obviously it is not only providing these key applications, but n number of other application also ServiceNow is providing it to you. Do you agree on that? What key application? We'll see the justification later. But do you agree that there are n number of key applications which the tool is offering over here? Does that make sense to
Yeah. So are you referring to like the workflows?
you? I'm referring to what key application, like incident is an application, catalog, your problem, your change. These are some of it.
Oh, okay. Um. Yeah. I mean, like the mm, I know you can like the branding. Like I'm not sure if I understand your question, but if it's like the branding activity that you can do on there,
Mm.
you can like forms, like the form usage activity. Is that am I in the same line with what
Mm.
you're looking for?
No, 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 no.
No.
So what
Okay.
I'm looking for is when I say people are going to use this ticketing tool, for what all purpose will the people raise tickets? In what all scenarios will the people raise the ticket?
When there's an incident, when there's a problem,
Yeah,
when
yeah, correct.
oh, okay. Yeah, when there's an incident and there's a problem, when there's yeah,
So
but
do you
most
agree?
likely when they need to place a request, when there's a problem, I think.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. You are. That most likely they are using the tool for that. I agree on that. But what I'm trying to put emphasis on that, because your company is paying for ServiceNow to the ServiceNow company and also hiring people like us, obviously, do you agree the scope of the tool will be much wider than those two key applications?
Yes.
Right? So as this course, when we'll be going ahead as part of this course, I'll be also talking about, as I was mentioning, some of the key application, like what is problem, what is change, what is incident, your service catalog, your knowledge. So we'll see a number of key applications of the tool. We'll see the baseline of it, like what all scriptings we required, what all configurations we require. So that entire life cycle will be all the course of the course, content of the course, I can say. So I'm
Okay.
just trying to get you an idea that across this 30 hours, what exactly we will be doing.
Got it.
Okay. So if you would
Mhm.
have seen the plan, the course content, you would have seen, now coming back to, how the course is designed and all, because it's just a demo. So I'm not
Mhm.
going to do any further of it. So
Mhm.
to talk about the course content, what we are doing is we have classified the course into three sections.
Okay.
First part, admin overview, where we are just trying to get you comfortable with the tool as a customer, as an end user. First, you need to
Okay.
understand why to use the tool, where and
Okay.
all we are fitting it what. So I'll first be talking about all the key applications, their life cycle, so that you
Mhm.
understand, okay, what all are they used for. Once
Yes.
you get yourself used to that, then we'll be digging down into the development part of the tool.
Okay.
Once that is also done, then the last part of the course content will be around the integration of the tool, where we'll be integrating the service now with other tools to see, okay, how does that setup work? How does that configuration work?
Okay.
So this will be a 30 hours course content with this configuration, with this design. So I hope it is good to you.
Yes, yes, I'm actually excited and I'm really ready for the class. But the only concern that I have, I don't know if, because I was telling the person I was chatting with, and it's the timing,
Mhm.
So I don't know if the class timing is flexible because I don't know about the rest of the class members. So, so that's the only concern that I'm having with the class. Everything else,
Okay.
I'm ready. And the person that referred me to you,
Uh,
he
uh,
actually spoke highly of you. And then so I'm really looking forward to learn and also, you know, get started with a job.
mhm.
So, because I know once I know what I need to know, and I'll be good to go.
So
So
this
that.
timing is what actually
Mhm.
the concern is. We are having a batch running just before this. So what we can do? Can we work something like this? Maybe on alternate days we can have class an hour early, and the other alternate days we can have the class the time you join today. Will that work? Only for few days. The time that batch is over, that will have around few more classes to go. Then we'll move it an hour early, like always. Then we'll not be shifting you here and there. Only for
Hmm.
few days I need support over there from you.
I mean, yeah, okay. So because here is the I don't know. Okay, so I work
Mm,
overnight, right? 8
mm,
p.m. Central Time in the U.S.
mm,
8 p.m. That's when I start working. So, but on Tuesday and on Wednesday, those are my off days.
mm,
So Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm okay with like this time that I joined. But
mm,
on Monday, and the class is gonna, I was told the class is gonna be Monday through Friday.
yeah,
So
yeah.
on Monday, Thursday, and Friday is those are the 3 days I'm gonna have the challenge. So if we can start, because even if we start an hour early, so that's still gonna be the time that I'm clocking in for work. So
So what time do you want to start then?
I mean, the class is gonna be like an hour, right? Every day,
Yeah, yeah,
every time we meet, right?
yeah, yeah.
So I mean, I can do like maybe 7 p.m. our time till 8 o'clock.
You're
Then
you're in CST, no?
yes, I'm in CST. I'm in Texas.
Mm,
So 7 p.m. will work for me.
No,
Monday,
7 p.m. will
Friday
be very early. It will be
will be
very early
very.
here for me. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
What about your morning time?
oh, our morning time. I mean, that's fine. I can get up to be in class. That's fine. I just don't know what time it's gonna be. If it's gonna be in the morning, my time, that'll be fine. Maybe like 10, 11 our time. That'll be
Let
fine.
me just tell you, just 1 second.
Okay.
Will your 9 a.m. work?
9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I have to get up 9 a.m. I will get up. Yes, that will be fine.
Okay, so let me talk to the organizer one. Let's see how does it go, and maybe then we can do it that time.
So 9 a.m. our time, Monday through Friday, or just on Monday
No, just let me talk to him. Actually,
first.
he has
Okay,
to talk to other
okay,
students also, so I don't want to give the commitment. Let me
okay,
have a
okay,
word and I can confirm.
okay. No problem.
Okay, then dear. It was nice talking to you. Let's, as anyway it is a demo, so let's wrap it up over here because other students are also going to join. So let them be in, and then maybe we
Mm,
can proceed further.
okay, okay. And now the class is
Mm.
starting on Tuesday, right? On the
Yeah,
11th. On the
yeah,
11th. That's Tuesday.
yeah.
Okay. All right. And yes, I will communicate with the person that I was talking to, the organizer.
Mm,
And
mm,
then, yes, I'll look forward to whatever decision you come up
sure.
with. Because
Mm,
I don't want to be missing the class and have to play the video back, It doesn't
yeah,
really, it doesn't feel the same like being in the class when you are taking the class.
agree.
So,
Totally agree on that.
yes. All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Aloni. Thank you
Okay,
for
dear.
the demo, and I look forward to being in your class.
Sure, dear. Same here. Pleasure is mine. Have a great
Thank
day.
you.
Bye bye. Good night.
Bye bye.